Bagram maximum security prison on the outskirts of Kabul. Often described as Afghanistan's Guantanamo Bay, the US military says the men held here are some of the most dangerous on earth. Up until now, no journalist has ever been allowed in. But after 2 years of negotiating, I finally obtained exclusive access. On a tour, General Barakzai, the man in charge here, shows me their medical facilities. Although they're monitored, the prisoners are allowed to make phone calls. The guards proudly show me the quality of food the inmates are served. Compared to other prisons I've seen in Afghanistan, it's a state-of-the-art facility. Some of these men have been held here for years without trial. Muhibullah has been accused by the Americans of being a Taliban facilitator and coordinating and conducting attacks on Afghan and NATO forces. He tells me he's just an innocent 16-year-old farmer from Helmand and resents the Americans for his incarceration.
I hate them because I am here for no reason. Of course I hate them. I want to ask them what is my crime. If they told me clearly what evidence they have against me, then I wouldn't mind if I was in prison for 10 years. But no one is asking about us. I have spent a year far from my mother and father. Why? What is the reason, I ask?
The men filmed in this room have all just been released, but the Americans say they're dangerous and have blood on their hands. They say there is forensic evidence to prove it.
Many of these people were caught red-handed. The tests on their fingers of explosives on their hands. I mean, it's not as if this was questionable. These are the hardcore of literally maybe over 1,000 that we've already released.
But Afghan authorities dispute this and say that because of the lack of evidence, they can no longer hold them. It's an affair that is damaging political relations at a critical moment when US forces are drawing down their military presence in Afghanistan. The Afghan president has described Bagram as a Taliban-making factory.
Exactly the word that I use, the Taliban-making factory, is the word that people who have emerged out of that prison, have been released out of that prison, have come and told me.
But there's no denying, though, that there are elements of al-Qaeda and the Taliban still in that prison.
No doubt. But the number of those people who are criminals, real criminals, are a minority.
The Afghan decision to release these detainees in the face of strong American objections reflects how the relationship between these supposed allies is unravelling. Yalda Hakim, BBC News.